Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. Jesus Christ. I've got a dilemma today and it's straight out of Sydney Vintage Watches. Okay, I was just browsing. I was at work and I was doing a bit of surfing. You know, your daily surfing. I check out all the watch shops around the joint. And I saw this Patek Philippe 5980 steel Nautilus chronograph, 6 months old, sold December 2012, and it's $42,000. Okay. Now, I looked at it and thought, fuck, that's a perfect piece for my good mate Brian. Brian's a great mate of mine. I'm coming down to Melbourne soon and he's going to look after me. And Brian sent me three bottles of beautiful Islay Scotch. And he's the one who got me into drinking serious scotches. The Artberg, the Lavin 16, and the Tall Marie. I can't pronounce these fuckers, but hey, it's really cool. And he's a cool friend of mine. And I said, Brian, this is the one for you. I said, this is the one for you, man. I said, this is the watch. I said, because Brian's got a Deep Sea, a Rolex Deep Sea, and an Omega Pro Prof. So that's two fuck off, you know, diving pieces. Now, I said, I want to get him into something a bit more refined. Now, Brian's thinking of getting a yellow gold sub. And I said, Brian, get this fucking Patek chronograph. I said, this is an amazing chronograph. It's a Patek chronograph. And I said to him, I said, Brian, this watch is so amazing. It's so amazing that if Sydney Vintage Watches said, okay, Archie, give us your annual calendar and your Calatrava and you can have the 5980. I said, I would do the swap in an instant. And Brian then said to me, because Brian's quite well off, you know, he's a cool fucker. He said, Archie, if it means so much to you, why don't you, he said, I'll help you finance it a bit. He said, tell them, give them the annual calendar and the white gold Calatrava. The annual calendar's got a pull, what, 22? The Calatrava, what's that got to bring? What's that? That'll bring 15. So what's that? 22 and 15. Sorry, yeah, 22, 32, 37. Okay, and then he said to me, they're selling that with GST. You can claim the GST back. You get 1/11th back. And all of a sudden, this deal is starting to grow legs. And, I mean, I just said that to him to tell Brian that I think it's a fuck-off Patek. I mean, a 5980 steel chronograph with the sexy fucking white dial. I said, that's a goer. I was just trying to tell him that, hey, this is a, you know, it's a cool deal. And all of a sudden, it's in cooey of me doing a swap. And I'm starting to get a headache. I'm starting to get, you know, my feet are swelling. I don't know. Brian said he'd help me with it. But I don't know if I really want to get rid of my annual calendar and my white gold Calatrava. The Calatrava's getting serviced at the moment. It's in Sydney getting serviced. I got the annual on my wrist. Man, this thing could be growing legs. And I'm a bit confused. I don't know what to say or do. Would you actually go through and swap two sexy Pateks? I love those two Pateks more than most people in the world. There's probably, I could count the number of people who I love more than my Pateks on one hand. Okay? This is how nasty it is. I'm a materialistic boy. But a Nautilus, a 42mm sports Nautilus chronograph. I mean, we're not talking a normal chronograph. We are talking Patek Philippe chronograph. This is one of the greatest chronographs of all time. The 5980 was originally released on the 30th anniversary of the Nautilus. This is the Gerald Gentry designed piece, and I have always loved the 70s design of the Nautilus, and I don't know what to say or do. I'm really, really confused, and I don't know. That's why I'm coming to my fans now and saying, guys, I've emailed a few fans off. I emailed Descartes, I emailed Greg Kinder, I emailed Greg. This is another super fan, Greg Davis, I think it is, in England, who just recently, with my guidance, sold off some expensive audio equipment so he could buy an Aquanaut. And so he's a sports Patek person, so he would know best. And he's come back to me and said, Archie, don't do it. He said, you are, those two watches, the annual calendar and the white gold Calatrava, he said, they suit you to a T. That is you. And he's got a point there. They really do suit me to a T. But, you know, to have a fuck-off Nautilus on your wrist, white dial, and a chronograph Patek. I mean, this is fucking drug dealer money. We're talking drug dealer money. You know, we're talking fucking obscene money. Oh, I don't know what to say or do. That's why I need some support from my fans. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you think of this latest dilemma Archie's got himself into.